That was a good flavor. I don't want it. You can keep it now.
You don't like orange.
I like orange.
My tongue's blue.
Oh crap. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
I have questions to answer. Do you think I would put makeup on for this? Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to do the kind of long awaited 10,000th subscriber video. We asked you guys what we should do and everyone really wanted a Q&A, and I understand because we've never done one and you guys really don't know that much about us. You are a fly in the wall in our lives, but you really don't know, like, I guess
that's true.
It's about facts about our life, like who we really are. So I guess this is coming at a good time. We don't really talk about like our past too much. I mean, you can't really do that when you're CIA agents. It's difficult, you know? Fine, I'll cut it all out. Okay. You guys posted a lot of questions and we're actually going to try to answer every single one of them. We'll make this nice and...
Yeah, just yes or no.
Yeah, go through these questions.
Bang, bang. Do you guys have any names picked for the new baby yet?
Yes.
Yes. Next question.
Yeah, we do. For a while during Cooper's pregnancy, we thought we were having twins. So we had already picked out a second name just in case we were having a second boy, a twin. And so we have a boy name picked out. We're a little kind of up in the air about the middle name. For a girl name, we have the actual girl name that we're going to use. Yeah. How many kids do we want?
Do y'all want?
Yeah. We decided that 4 kids is like the perfect number for us. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We've decided we wanted to have 2 back to back and then have a nice long break, like years, and then have another 2 when I'm in my 30s.
How long have you two been together?
Go for it.
Why you gotta put me on the spot? Because she's gonna get mad because I don't know exactly. I'm gonna say 5 and a half years. Dan. 6 years?
Well, we've been married for 2 and a half. I was 21 when we started dating. It's been at least 6 years. 6 years. Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I got it right. I don't get in trouble.
How did you guys meet? Oh, funny story.
Yeah. I'll let you take this because, yeah, I'll just let you go.
Okay, so... Dan and I were destined to be together.
We met 3 times, 2 times where we had no clue about anything.
When I say that Dan and I were meant to marry each other, like, our paths would cross so frequently, and for 2 people who lived in entirely different towns, they weren't even like neighboring towns. They like 2 entirely different towns. We have 8 years between us. I don't know if you guys know that little fun fact.
We had no friends that were the same.
Yeah.
We were just constantly like walking past each other.
Always bumping into each other. I ended up like, don't even know how or why, but I got the lead female role in this like tiny like low budget, if not anything. Terrible movie. Zombie movie.
Yeah, it was like a D zombie movie, not even a B.
Zombie movie. So I show up to read over the script with all of the other people, and who is there? Of course, Dan.
The film crew again.
Dan's there, and I'm like, here's this guy. Dan was talking to somebody else though, and I was eavesdropping, and he was talking about how he was working at this new restaurant in town. I needed a new bartending job. Walk in there, and I'm gonna see if there's anyone hiring, and hopefully he recognizes me and can like put in a good word for me. And that's exactly what he did. So he put in a good word for me. I ended up getting hired, and I worked like Monday, Tuesdays, and Saturday nights with you. Yeah. So Dan and I started working.
You didn't really work Saturday.
No, I didn't. I literally danced behind the bar.
She danced the whole time. And I hustled. I was running back and forth, pouring drinks, making drinks.
But we equally contributed to the money making. Yeah. Because I was like, hey guys.
She got the tips and I collected.
Yeah, and you got half of them. So
yeah, I got half.
We were a good team. We were working on this zombie movie together and filming, and then we were working at the bar together. We were just constantly in each other's lives at that point. We both had Jeep Wranglers, and he had never taken the top off of his Wrangler.
I just got it, yeah.
Yep. So I was like, I'm gonna take the top off of my Jeep, put a hoodie on. We're gonna go at nighttime, and we're gonna go like drive around with like the top down and have the heat blasting and like the cold air. It's great. It's so much fun. We did that. We went to the place that you proposed. We went on to a park, and we were just sitting on the swings and just talking. And then we went and we sat at the water, and we were just sitting and we were just talking at the water. And then that was it. And then we just went home.
Yeah.
And that was it. And nothing happened. And then the next time we hung out, you eventually kissed me. And I said, I pulled away and I was like, it's about damn time.
Yeah. She was mad. Like, I was like interested. I was like, there's no way that this hot girl is gonna like me anyway. So I'm just gonna hang out.
I definitely peaked when you and I met. Like I was just like, I had like the best wardrobe. I was so skinny.
That's fun.
What?
No,
I peaked. At least you got a little bit of the peak.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. What are y'all pet peeves about each other?
Sorry guys, if you hear rumbling, it's because pregnancy cravings. Sour candy. Yeah. My biggest pet peeve about Dan. Biggest pet peeve is him breathing.
She hates that I breathe.
Okay.
It all comes out now. I'm gonna go on Jerry Springer.
He's like naturally a hairy guy, so when he breathes sometimes it like whistles, and I can like, oh, Cooper's about to join us, just wanted to let you guys know, and it's like this whistling noise and I can hear it so much sometimes, and I'm like, you need to stop breathing, like you need to stop, because I can't take it anymore. Literally I Amazon Primed overnighted a nose trimmer for him because I just could not take it.
It works wonders, by the way.
Yeah, it works really well. I'm gonna put that in the description box. You guys wanna buy one for your husband? You wanna come hang out with us and look? I'm curious to know what yours is, because Dan's a very good husband and doesn't get mad at me for like anything.
Well, that's what was so hard. I was thinking, I'm like, what really like gets me mad on specific things, like when I'm breathing. And I can't help it. Like, you know, I'm feeling a little sick, I'm a little stuffed up, and my nose whistles, and she will like turn the music down and be like, oh my god, I cannot handle your breathing. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? That would probably be my pet peeve.
What, that I get mad at you?
That you get mad at me for
your control?
Exactly, yeah. That would be it.
What are the meaning behind your and Dan's awesome tattoos? There's so many on both our bodies. You send money,
I'll get more, but it's so expensive.
I have one that is something that I wrote that just like describes where I want to be at the end of my life. I have flowers on my arm, which mean nothing. It's just I really wanted to do that, and I like that tattoo a lot. I have a symbol on the back of my neck that I used to draw on all of my notebooks and stuff like that. Oh, I have the feather on my back, which is like the dumbest tattoo that I ever got. I mean, it's nice. I get compliments on it all the time, but like everyone has it. You know the feather where the birds fly out of the feather? Yeah, I got that. Whatever, you live and you learn. I like tattoos because it's like, if you think they're stupid now and you didn't think they were stupid before, it just shows your growth as a human.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter if you're like, oh, you're gonna regret it when you're older.
Yeah, no, you're not. So of course I am. I regret most of the things, you know, as I get older. Like,
tell me something that you did when you were younger that you're like super proud of.
I ate a bunch of ice cream, you know, 5 minutes ago. I literally am regretting it. Oh my god, I regret all that pizza.
Right. Tattoos, the meaning behind them, most of them don't mean much. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Where do I start?
He has one on his hand that says brother. He has ones on his knuckle that say I am fit.
This is two friends. I don't know if you can see. These are two friends of mine that passed away. I'm in a car accident.
Cupcake on your arm.
I do have a cupcake. Yeah, I just have like a bunch of them all over the place.
You said in your early videos you started your channel because of family not near you and you wanted to share your pregnancy and baby. True. You mentioned your mom was in South Africa. I love to know just that background. Did you grow up in New York? How did your mom end up where she lives? I'd like a small backstory that led you to New York. Okay, so another long story I'm gonna try to condense. So my dad was a Marine, a United States Marine. Oh, he was in Southern Africa, and he met my mom at a Marine ball. My mom was actually engaged, I believe. But they met and it was like love at first sight and they fell in love. And my mom lived in Africa, like that was it. That's just where she lived, and like siblings, my grandparents, everything. Met my dad and they wanted to get married, and my mom wanted to come to America with him, so they ended up getting married and came over here, and she got like her citizenship and everything and had us. But she always wanted to go back to Africa and see all of her family and stuff, so we all, you know, would go back and forth between, you know, America and South Africa, and we'd always, you know, stay with my aunt, or like there'd always be a place for us there. We would go for like a month at a time, usually, and just like spend time with family and stuff like that. My parents ended up getting a divorce, and I was around 16 or 17, and my mom knew that I'd be going to college soon. I ended up staying back. My mom got me an apartment to stay in, and I ended up living alone here. My mom moved to Africa with my little brother, and my mom and my little brother actually just ended up coming back for Cooper's birth to live here again because I was pregnant with Cooper. But it ended up not working out. It was just the whole situation and just a long story, and my brother ended up going to California to stay with my other brother, and then my mom ended up just going out there to stay with them as well. Now they're all in Las Vegas and enjoying life out there. But yeah, so for almost 10 years, my mom and my little brother lived in Africa, South Africa. Not so much a question as a request. Can you please obtain a picture of Dan without a beard? Love to compare Cooper to Dan. So yes, we have one, and I will put it in right now for you. So that's Dan without a beard. Do you have any degrees or any desire to eventually work later in life when kids are in school? Yes, I do actually. Something that we haven't shared with you guys is that I actually once was in nursing school, and I was almost close to finishing, but I got really sick and I ended up dropping out. And I'm almost happy that I did, because I think I would have had to choose between my career and having children, and that would have really just broken my heart. It would have been tough. Yeah, it would have been so hard, and it would have just really hurt me. I love the fact that I've been able to stay home with Cooper, and I think that knowing in the back of my head that I wasn't doing something that I feel so passionate about as well, and I had to like sacrifice that to stay home with Cooper.
One or the other, and
I think it would have just really got to me. I'm gonna go back to nursing school. I'm so excited. We are aiming for fall 2019. That way, this baby right now will be a little bit older than Cooper. So I think that would be such a good age for me to like really get to focus on school. Yeah. You know, Cooper's gonna be almost 4. It would be like 3 and a half. So, and then the little baby would be Cooper. I feel like that's very manageable.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so that, I'm gonna definitely go back to school.
Are you planning on moving to a bigger space before the new little one arrives? How are you going to put a crib, high chair, for another baby in the space you have now? I know where we are right now, houses are so expensive, and the taxes are even higher. Like, it's insane how expensive it would be.
For like a 3 to 4 bedroom home, you're paying at least $400,000.
At least, and that's a small place.
And at least $15,000 a year in taxes.
And that's a low.
That's just $1,000 alone for taxes every month as a payment. So our plan of action is to get a mini crib. So where Cooper's changing table is, it's not going to be there anymore, because I don't want to get stuck in the position where if Cooper's napping and I need to change the baby's diaper or vice versa, that I'm going to have to go in there and like wake up one of them or change the baby in any other place besides the changing table, because I actually really like using a changing table. We're gonna take the changing table, put it in our room. Then the mini crib is gonna fit perfectly in that spot actually. So I have 2 cribs, and we have it literally the exact same amount of space being taken up in his room. It's not gonna look cluttered or anything crazy like that. Milk.
My left leg's asleep.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah, but at least you could walk. I can't walk right now.
What was I saying? Oh, and we're not gonna get a second high chair. We are gonna get a second high chair, but we're gonna get rid of this one because I really don't like it. It's like the Graco one. It's so gigantic, and it's just like
it's clunky,
and it takes up so much space, and there's no need for it. Cooper's gonna be 2 almost, and he's already at that stage where he wants to sit down at a table and eat food instead of in his high chair. So by the time that rolls around where the baby's actually eating food in a high chair, Cooper's gonna be sitting at like a little children's table and eating his food. We have more than enough space to have 2 babies in this apartment, and we knew that when we decided to have another baby.
Yeah, you're gonna have plenty of space.
Plenty of space, don't worry, baby's not gonna take all your space away. Next question, what's my Etsy shop? My Etsy shop is Fox and Bandit. It is all pacifier clips, and I have like little heart pacifier clips, and I have like a bunch of different colors and stuff, and they're $4, and shipping's really cheap, and use the code FOX10 for 10% off of your order. Yay!
How did becoming parents change you both? Since becoming parents, how has that affected the way you spend time together, and how did your relationship change?
So I definitely feel like I don't sweat small stuff as much as I used to. and the love that I can feel for things now has just been like amplified. I feel like my emotions are just so like much stronger, and I just like know what love is. Like when you love your child, it's just such a different kind of love. I think that it's made me grow up a lot.
It's weird because it kind of like, it hits you, like hit me later than it hit you, and I feel like that's normal. But like it's just like out of nowhere, like he like looks at you and then you just become a dad. Dan was so scared to hold him the first time. It was just him and I in the room with the baby. Dan had never gotten to hold him, and I was like, no, this moment is your moment, and you hold him. Yeah, that was, I think, when you became a dad. Yeah.
Since becoming parents, how has it affected the way you spend time together? How did your relationship change after having a... So our relationship before Cooper, we never, and when I say never, I mean we never fought. We had no friction in our relationship. And we spent every hour together. We worked together full time. We lived together full time. We were around each other all the time, nonstop, and we never fought with each other. We always had happy, jolly, friendship, loving, lovey relationship. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because this needs to be said. It was the perfect relationship. We went into parenthood being like, that won't be us. We won't get mad at each other. We won't get into fights. We won't, you know, start to get really angry at each other. And we did. We got frustrated with each other. We had some really rocky points in our relationship in those first few months.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we're both like, you know, not getting enough sleep. You're just cranky, and then you have, you know, like
all these responsibilities.
Cooper was very good, but he did scream, you know, like he was crying, you know, when we were putting him to sleep and stuff. But
these are the two things that I have to say. It gets better. You just gotta hang in there. You can't hold anything to heart. The woman is going through all of these different emotions. Both of you don't have, you know, enough sleep. And the best quote that I ever read about parenting and newly parenting is, if you feel like you're doing 90% of the work, that's because you are, because there's 180% of work to do. You each are doing 90% and you feel like you're doing everything, but that's because you probably are, because there's now so much more responsibility in your relationship that wasn't there prior. There's going to be a learning curve. You guys are going to fight, you're gonna argue. If you don't, that's great, good for you guys, that's amazing. Like,
which probably will.
If it happens, it happens, and you just remember why you guys love each other, remember why you're in this together. Look at that beautiful, precious baby that you made, and know that you couldn't have done that without that other person. This kid. This beautiful, loving child of mine. But in the beginning, it's chaos.
It gets a little chaos
every once in a while.
As well.
How do you think it will affect Cooper once your next baby comes? I think it won't affect him at all. I think he'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting to like play with Mush more now. I think he just wants someone to play with.
How often do you wash your hair? I wash my hair 1 to 2 times a week. I do not wash it any more than that.
What did you guys do for a living before getting pregnant with Cooper? We both worked at the same craft beer bar, bartending and waiting tables. So.
If you guys have any questions about a craft beer or any recommendations,
we know everything.
We know everything there is to know about everything.
We've also brewed beer before, so if you have any questions about that.
Yeah. I know you've mentioned how much you love traveling. Do you plan on taking any adventures with the whole family? And if so, what places are you most excited to show Cooper and little Bean? What?
You're excited too.
Cooper's eating some food. We travel a lot. We went on a month-long road trip for our honeymoon and went to a bunch of fun places. I think I'd really like to bring Cooper and this baby to the cabin that we stayed in Asheville,
that was awesome,
North Carolina. That was just so nice. I'd like to go back to Colorado and stay in that old mining town that we stayed in.
For New Year's,
Yeah, that was fun. And I love Maine. We always travel to Maine, as you guys know. I would like to bring our new baby to Maine.
I would like to go to Texas.
Me too, I was gonna say that. I would really like to go to Texas as well. And I wanna go everyone to come to Africa. You haven't been?
I haven't been yet.
Cooper, so we'll get there.
Yeah, you have family that I've never met.
What does Dan do for work?
I'm a milkman. I actually deliver glass bottle milk to homes.
Yep.
That's what I do for work now.
How did you get your start on YouTube? So I was pregnant with Cooper and I wanted to just make videos about it. Watching YouTube, like leading up to pregnancy, was just a huge part of my life and like
she used to watch every, but it was like a progression too. It was like
before we got engaged, I'd watch
the
engagements.
ones,
And then before we got married, I'd watch marriage videos. Before we had a baby, I'd watch pregnancy announcements.
It was like
and stuff.
she always watched the next step.
When we were finding out what Cooper is, I watched gender reveals and then labor, you know,
she
birth
cried
vlogs.
a lot.
I did. I was so excited to be a mom.
Have you ever thought of moving out of state?
Like every day.
Yeah, twice a day sometimes.
Twice a day.
Yeah, New York is just one of those states where it's so hard to like live, and we eventually want a home. We discussed it.
It's not even New York, it's Westchester. It's the county.
It's true, it's
southern
county,
Westchester. When you get close to New York City, it's just like outrageously priced.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen so many awesome places that like I could see us living in. It's just whether or not, you know, there's jobs there. What things do you love most about each other? That's a hard question to answer, and not because I feel like I'm about to get in trouble for giving the wrong answer. No. There's so many things.
You are so dramatic. He makes it sound like I beat him behind the screen for giving wrong answers to things. I like that you don't hold grudges and you kind of just like let stuff bounce off of you and that's it.
Yeah. It's one of those like I don't really
You're
care.
just like, oh, whatever. Yeah.
Like that's what I love. It's the balance of you and me.
We're a yin and a yang, let me tell you. We are.
Yeah. But like we work so well, and the friendship is what I cherish most about what we have. Like the fact that we can literally do anything in any situation and we're just gonna have a good time. And
we'll go to the DMV and just be like, fine. As a kid, if I were to say Manhunt, Polly Pocket, Skydivers, Pogs, Tamagotchi, or Road Hockey to you, which one would most appeal to you? Also, side note, did you guys have the show Bump in the Night in the 90s? So
I don't remember Bump in the Night.
Me neither. So I know all of them. Manhunt, definitely. Polly Pocket, definitely. Sky Dancers to me were like Barbie fairies that you like pulled a string and they like flew. They were like stick figures that like... So I don't know if that's the same thing. Pogs, of course.
I loved Pogs.
I had, so many Pogs. I never played the game. I was too young.
I used to just trade them with my friends.
Tamagotchi, of course, please.
Never had one.
Really? I think that's like a younger thing, I should say. Road hockey, like outside, like on the road?
On the road, yeah. I played that all the time. But I didn't learn to skate until later. So I was running around, And last question, will you be finding out the gender soon, and do you plan on telling everyone like a gender reveal or keeping it a secret until the baby gets here? So our plan of action is to actually find out on Christmas morning. So Dan and I will find out on Christmas morning. We are going to film our reaction, but then the next day we are going to post our gender reveal video. And you guys know I really like sentimental like music compilation image montage video, so it's probably going to be one of those where you see us reacting but don't know what we're reacting to, and you'll find out then. But then the following day I would really love to actually show you the footage where you can see, you know, our whole Christmas day, and in that vlog you'll get to actually see it as it unfolds, you know, see what we say and what we're saying and our excitement and stuff like that. So there's gonna be 2 videos where you're kind of gonna get to see what we're having and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited to find out Christmas morning. It's gonna be hard. We're gonna be able to know sooner. We're gonna do the blood test, I think, this week coming up at my appointment. We did it with Cooper, so they're able to tell the gender by looking at the chromosomes, so we don't even need like an ultrasound or anything. But yeah, that is it. That is it for our Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and for giving us all your questions. Cooper's currently throwing every little Kix cereal off of his tray, so we're gonna go tend to that crazy boy over there. A lot of cleaning.
But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. We would love to have you, and I hope you have a great day. Hi, yogurt mouth over there.